the other day I came across a term that explained one of the really core concepts about what I was getting at for exponential income. And what the term is ROTI. And if you're familiar with ROI, return on investment, this is a very similar concept, but I think is way more powerful. And it's return on time invested. And that has been something that has been so apparent to me because I'm trying to go about this differently. And if you're going to not trade your time for money, I think that is the absolute principle that you need to live and die by. Well, hopefully, because that's what I'm doing right now. So hopefully I'm making the right moves. But the whole concept of return on time invested is not just what is going to pay the best returns for today, but being able to look at it over a long-term scale where instead of looking at a month, why don't you look at 5 years? And is what I'm doing right now going to be the most valuable over that 5-year span? And I believe that if you start asking those questions, for me personally, I know that it changed my perspective on everything. And it's been very difficult to spend time making the money now because I have some opportunities to make pretty good money for my hourly, or it wouldn't be hourly, but for my time traded for this. But I also do know that if I spend the time now, and I'm not making any money, but if I spend the time now to put these foundations, to do the Facebook groups, to put out these videos, to put out these courses and ebooks, like if I spend the time now, I am very confident that over the long term, because we're building it on a foundation of influence and community, these things will have far more long-lasting returns. And so I think the concept of return on time invested is one of these absolute beautiful concepts that I've been blessed with recently coming upon. So I wanted to share that with you and just kind of explain that that is really a huge basis of exponential income. Is what is the best way to spend your time over your lifetime, not just for your bills now. And on the concept of the return on time invested, you also have to understand, which may be really uncomfortable for people, which I think is why a lot of people don't ever venture out and do one of their own things, is when you stop trading your time for money, you're almost never going to get paid immediately. Because if you stop trading your time for money, you have access to all of these other options that can make you so much more money in the long term, but they're not going to pay you right now. That's your trade-off. And so one of the things just understanding an exponentiality or exponential income is that you're going to start with zero. You're going to start with nothing. And as this grows and grows and grows, it is exponentially going to increase because you're going to put in new ways of making money and your influence is increasing and all these things are going to grow. But just understand that chances are the idea is if you're going to change the way you're making money now, the chances are you're probably, from hour one, you're not going to make any money. Totally embrace that because pretty soon here, you put in the time now and in the very, and however far future, your plan has, you're never going to have to put in any more time. And so your return on time invested is going to continue to just grow and grow and grow and grow, as opposed to if you were just to sit down with a client and make, one interaction at a time. So that's one of the most, I think, powerful concepts is return on time invested.